Good morning, happy Conditional Monday. Today is the last video in the conditional series with the third conditional. But before we get into it, let's review all the example sentences for the zero, the first, and the second conditionals. Zero conditional, general truths. If you mix red and yellow, you get orange. First conditional, real, present, or future. If I finish my work on time, I will go to the party. If I don't finish my work on time, I won't go to the party. And unless I finish my work on time, I won't go to the party. Second conditional, unreal present. If I had $1 million, I would travel the world. And if I were you, I wouldn't do it. The third conditional is called unreal past. And we use it to talk about some situations in the past that happened one way, while you want them to happen another way. Let me give you the example sentence. Maybe it will be easier to understand. The example sentence is, if I had known that it was her birthday, I would have bought her flowers. I know, lots of words, complex grammar structures, but the main idea of the sentence is, I didn't know that it was her birthday, so I didn't buy her flowers. That's the reality. But my wishful thinking is, if I had known that it was her birthday, I would have bought her flowers. Let's look at the form of this conditional. In the if clause, we have if I had known that it was her birthday. Had known is the past perfect form of the verb. That is formed with had and the past participle. The past participle is the third form of the verb for the irregular verbs and verb plus ed for the regular verbs. Let me give you a few examples of the if clauses. If I had given you the keys, but I didn't. If she had woken up on time, but she didn't. If we hadn't walked so much in the rain. Remember that even though we talk about hypothetical situations, we don't use would after the word if. The word would is only used in the main clause. In our example sentences, I would have bought her flowers. We have would, have, and the past participle form of the verb. Let's finish the sentences that we've started before. If I had given you the keys, you would have unlocked the door. If she had woken up on time, she wouldn't have missed the lecture. If we hadn't walked so much in the rain, you wouldn't have caught a cold. Sometimes we use could have, should have, or might have instead of would have. For example, if you had bought a lottery ticket, you might have won. For this conditional, you need to know the past participle form of the verbs. If you don't know them, on my YouTube channel, there is a whole series of videos on irregular verbs. You can just search for them and then learn them using my videos if you'd like. Let's practice. As usual, you will have 5 seconds to think. If she had studied harder, she would have passed the exam, but she didn't. If you had saved your money, you could have bought a laptop. If you had driven more carefully, You wouldn't have had that accident. I wouldn't have been tired if I had gone to bed earlier. I have prepared for you a worksheet with all the conditionals, with all the explanations and the example sentences. If you wanted, just follow the link under the video and you can download it. That concludes the conditional video series. If you found it useful, consider subscribing to my channel for more weekly Happy Mondays. Have a marvelous day. Bye-bye.